Hey guys, it is Tuesday and I have not vlogged all day and I didn't vlog yesterday. I had some family business going on that I've been a bit preoccupied with, and it's like, you know, when it's kind of just like go, 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 and then you have downtime, you don't even think to pick up the camera. So that's why there really haven't been a lot of vlogs. And last week when my parents were here, even though they didn't mind being on camera, it's like I want to live in the moment, you know, so I don't think to like pick up the camera and just vlog discussions and stuff like that, because I just don't think about it, because I think normally people don't think about recording things like that. And even though I do vlog, I mean, I think you guys know what I'm talking about. So there just wasn't much vlogging last week, and yesterday, when I got home from work, I didn't go to bed. I stayed up, I cleaned the house, and then I laid down for like an hour and a half, and then I had to go back to work because I had to have, I'm a little out of breath because I was running up and down the steps. We have to have yearly physical, not physicals, but assessments to be employed at the hospital. So that means like a TB test, and they refit you for a new sort of respirator mask. And then when I left there was a massive, massive storm. It was really bad. People were like parked on the side of the highway because it was just raining that hard and it was windy. But I don't know, when I got home from the hospital, I had to do laundry and then start dinner. And I started dinner and finished it, and I laid down on the couch for just a minute and I was out. And I must have laid there for like, I put a movie on. So for the entire duration of the movie and the beginning of another one, so almost 2 hours, I would say. And then I was up until, I went to bed, and then I had to get back up because our little, my son's dog is here, and he doesn't like being alone. And he was just in the living room crying, so I had to get back up. So yesterday, I got up Sunday morning at like right around 11:30, and I stayed up until it was 3:30 in the morning this morning, which is Tuesday. So I was just too tired. Do you guys want to meet the little dog? Where is he? Doug! Let's see if we can find Doug. Doug! Hi, come here. Come here. Come here, Doug. Look at that little guy. Hi. That's Doug. Hi, Doug. Hi. And Sam has been super jealous of this little guy. Right, Sammer? Yeah. I know. So he's staying with us for a while, and my son is in there. Not Joshua, Mikey. I don't know that you guys have ever met Mikey. But he's staying with us for a while till he gets things sorted out. There's just been a lot. And what's funny is, what's been going on really doesn't have anything to do with me directly, but because they're my kids, and then there were some other things, you know, I'm kind of like indirectly involved. So anyhow, I'm gonna put some shoes on and run to the store. Okie dokie, I've got way too much stuff on this desk. I like the little messes that I make though, I have to be honest here. Alright, I've been really getting back into this palette. I like it. Let me show you guys what came in this BoxyCharm. I'd be willing to bet that a lot of you get this every month. I just started. I got one. I've gotten 2 boxes so far. So this Laura Geller blush, it's really pretty, but I'm just not a blush person, so I don't know about that. This is that Lorac gloss I was talking about, or liquid lipstick. I just don't know about that color. It is pretty. And then this Benefit Stroke of Wow Roll-On Liner, we'll see. And then brushes. You guys know I like brushes. And then this is the palette. It's the Pretty Vulgar Nightingale palette. So, not really colors that I would gravitate towards, but I am going to use it today. And I'm probably going to use it along with this. This was on sale at Target. I finally got one of these Machi palettes. Love You So Maki, whatever. And I used this one already. Come on, focus. I used this one and that one. Actually, I think I used 3. I did swatch a couple of them, but it's really nice. I like it a lot. And then I got this from Ulta, from Makeup Revolution. I've never had one of these kinds of palettes before, but this is nice. It was only like $7 or $8, something like that. But I've been using it on my cheeks and then on my eyes too. Very nice. And then I know some of you are going to sit there and go, really? I did it. It finally came back in stock on Beautylish. So I got it. And I really like it. As you can see, I've used several of the colors already. I like it. It's pretty. So this and the Tropic palette, I like. That Star palette or whatever the heck it's called, I do not like that at all. And I didn't like those toppers either. They were horrible. But the total box, the cost of the box for this, well, it's $22, but the total cost of all the products was like $119. I posted it on my Instagram. If any of you are on Instagram and you want to be friends with me there, I'll put my Instagram name somewhere down here because my actual name is not attached to my Instagram. I've had several people message me and say, I've been trying to find you on Instagram. I don't think you're really there. And I'm like, I'm really there. I just don't put my name on it. Alright, I gotta kind of be a little quick about this because I'm running out of time. And I'm waiting for the man to get back to me as to whether or not he wants me to make him dinner before I go. I'm kind of hoping he says no. That way I can just sort of sit here and take my time. But if he wants me to make dinner, I have to be quick because then I have to get downstairs. Oh my God. All right. Relax. All right. Let's do this. I really like these brushes. I got this set of 4 brushes from Ulta. It was $6.99 for these brushes. It's the Real Techniques color correcting set. And I already had a set like this that I got at Christmas time. These are also dark spot correction brushes, but look at the difference in size. See there? So I do like these, but these are really nice. And then I bought the which I returned because I ended up hating it. But I bought the It Cosmetics concealer, that new one that's out. It was not, I didn't like it. It was super, super thick. And it also did not set on my eyes or in my under eye area. I didn't like that at all. Oh my God, I just washed a bunch of brushes and now I need to wash them again. Also with that It Cosmetics, they gave me this and I was going to return it, but they let me keep it. So I started using it. This is the Anti-Aging Armor Regenerative Concentrate Moisturizer, and then the cleanser, and then the eye cream. So maybe I'll slap some of this on my face before I put my foundation on. I need a brush. Gato! He's down there yelling. Yesterday, he got himself caught back up on that ledge again. I couldn't believe it. I made an Instagram story on that. Couldn't believe he actually did it. Uh-oh. I think there's glitter on this brush. I used some glitter on my eyes this weekend for work. Nothing outrageous, but it was the Steel of Magnificent Metals. And now there's glitter on my face. Gosh dang it. Because it's on my desk. Hey! Hey! Sammer, be nice. Oh, okay. I'm going to use this nocturnal color right here to set the old eyes. Aw, he's down there crying. Gato! Gato! My eyes are a little bit watery. And I just hit the inside of my brush hit my actual... Oh my god, I can't get it out. My eye is leaking. My brush got in it, swiped it across my lid. Why can't I get that out? Okay. Hey, you guys. Lay down. Lay down. He's like, but Mom. But Mom. I'm going to use this color here. This one is called Pillow Fight. It's not really showing up much in my crease. This is more of like my skin tone. You're gonna get bit. Doug is up here. Oh goodness. Now I'm gonna go into this color here. It's called Hide and Seek. Oh, that's a cool tone. Uh-oh, I don't think that color that I set with was completely matte because I'm seeing a little bit of shimmer on my brow bone. Alright, let's take a small brush and I'm going to go into Flip Out, which is this dark brown. Oh, that's nicely pigmented. I'm going to use a little bit of Saddle from MAC because this is a very cool toned look, and I just feel like I need to add a little something here. So my battery died and I was too lazy to run downstairs, so here are the eyeballs. Hopefully it looks okay. It's weird to try to... I don't know, I feel like maybe it got a little patchy right there. But I don't think that's the fault of the eyeshadow. I think that's my fault because I was in a hurry. Come on! So my son is on his way over here to get me. It's really dark because it's going to rain. Again. We're not supposed to get hit by that hurricane, I don't think. I think it's going up to North Carolina. So if you live in North Carolina, please be safe. And I hope that it causes no damage or minimal damage to those of you that live in North Carolina. So my thoughts are with all of you. I hope everybody is safe. I need to eat something real quick before he gets here because I'm feeling really hungry and all I had today was 2 very, very thin pancakes. Of course they weren't mine. Mikey and I went and got something to eat, but the pancakes were like that thin. He's trying to kick me out of my own house. Anyway, today's Wednesday. I'm talking to the guys. And I wanted to show you what the sky looks like. I just noticed there's a fence up next door. Still have to put a fence up. Anyway, look at the sky. Good Lord, what's happening over there?
Shut it, woman!
So it's Wednesday. Thursday, the hurricane is supposed to make landfall, but in the Carolinas. But of course, we're still going to get, you know, some storms and the clouds. The other day when I was coming home from work, it was really bad. Not that that had anything to do with the hurricane, but the sky was still very cloudy. The raining has begun. And there's a half-naked man running across the lawn. You know what's weird is the camera doesn't pick up just how hard it's raining. So I've been thinking a lot lately. I do that. And I've been thinking about not anything in particular, but about how people are very quick to jump to conclusions without being in possession of all the facts. And they become judgmental without all the facts. They make decisions based on only half the story or half the facts. I think that's really dangerous, you know, no matter what it is. And I'm not talking about anything in particular. I'm not talking about politics or this is just a what's the word am I looking for? An observation. If you're not willing to look at both sides of a story, how can you make a decision? Or how can you make a decision, right? There are a lot of judgmental people out there, and they're making judgments based on half the story. And it's so easy to do, isn't it? For instance, on YouTube, if you have a favorite YouTuber, and they come on and they say, "This is a terrible brand. Terrible. I wouldn't recommend this to anyone. I wouldn't recommend this to my enemy." There are a lot of people that are going to watch that, and they're going to base their decisions and their judgments on what that person just said without looking into it themselves. To me, that's not very smart. I do feel like the majority of us are smart enough to know that there's always two sides to every story, no matter what it is. But there are a lot of people out there who are willing to take what their favorite person says at face value, without question, without even looking into it. The thought never even enters their mind that maybe this person could be wrong. It doesn't enter their mind that, you know, maybe I should listen to the other side of this story so that I can make an informed decision. There's so much of that happening, and it boggles my mind. There are some people that play on that. They know that there are people out there that will take their word as gospel without even checking into it. And they play on that ignorance, or they play on that emotion. Some people will take a hot topic and they'll twist it around. And they'll play on the emotions of their audience. And it usually works. And there are a lot of people that will sit in that audience and not question a single word. Not a single word. And again, I'm not talking about anything in particular. Nothing has happened to me, or nothing has happened, you know. I'm thinking, you know, I'm thinking a lot about stuff, but nothing in particular. But I really, really wish, nah, I'm not going to say that. I really hope, I don't even know if I should say that, because this is nothing new, is it? This has been going on forever. Forever it's been going on. It's not going to change. And because that's never going to change, this is just going to continue to happen, no matter what the subject is. No matter if it's some gossip you heard at school, or work, or some gossip you heard on YouTube, or politics. It's never going to change, because you're always going to have those people that won't question anything. They just go along with it. They'll follow blindly, right? Blind faith. And that as I'm getting older and I'm realizing more things and I'm paying attention more, it's scary. It is very scary to think that this happens every day, all the time. You know, it's just an example. But, you know, I sit here and I make a video and I'll say, this really didn't work for me. I don't think it's very good. But don't go by what I'm saying. You know, you may try it out and you may like it. I try to be that way. I try to be objective. Is that the word I'm looking for? Maybe not. You know, I give you my opinion on something and I tell you what I think and how it worked on me. But I'd like to think that most of the time I will say, just because it didn't work for me doesn't mean that it won't work for you. Give it a try. You may like it or you may hate it. I don't see a whole lot of that going on. So if we're going to speak in terms of YouTube, sometimes, not always, sometimes I'll see videos where somebody will review a product and I'll say it's trash, it's garbage. Don't even bother. Save your money. So you're going to make a decision based on what this person said, and you're not even going to try it for yourself. What if it's like the best product you've ever tried, but you wouldn't know because you blindly followed the word of this person because you trust them? And now apply that train of thought to other things in life. I got two dogs down here growling at each other. I got this little guy. Come here. Come here, Doug. Look at Doug. Look how cute Doug is. Oh, who's such a good boy. Who's such a good boy? That's you. Doug's not mine. Doug is my son's dog, Mikey. He's staying with us for a little while, aren't you? Aren't you? Yes, you are. And he loves to get in the face of Daisy and Sam. Daisy's not having it, though. Daisy's an old lady. She's tired. She's had enough. Sam, on the other hand, is still, you know, I'm sitting on my foot, so now I'm going to get lower. Sam's still on the younger side, so he'll play. He gets a little rambunctious, and I think, you know, I think he's okay with dealing with Doug's crap. He loves his toy. Look at him. I'm going to get that toy, Sam. I'm going to get it. He's trying to kill the squeaker in that shark. He hasn't been successful yet. This is the longest he's had a squeaker in any toy. But he is going to town on it. He's trying his hardest. Oh, goodness. It's all right, dude. Come here. I know. I know, little girl. You've had enough of that, little dog. Oh. Doug's like, what's going on up there? How come she's not holding me? It's all right, dude. Oh, I know, sweetie girl. I know. Oh, here comes the jealous one. I know, dude. Oh, doozy. Oh, I know. It's okay. She's had enough. I gotta get this dog potty trained, though. He keeps crapping on my floor. I don't like that. He's almost 1. He's still crapping on the floor. Anyhow, I don't know. I've just been thinking a lot about things lately. A lot.
Hey, Matt.
What?
What are you doing?
I'm up here.
It's turning south.
I'm talking to the people. Is it?
Yeah. We're definitely going to catch a piece of it.
Damn it.
Yep.
So that hurricane is turning south. I just knew we weren't going to get off that easy. I don't know how south it's turning. If it keeps turning south, I'm going to end up being at work this weekend for like 48 hours. Because once you're there, they don't let you go home. We went and loaded up on fuel because we have a generator. So we've got about 25-30 gallons of fuel. Stop that! And we got propane tanks because we'll probably lose power. Stop doing that. You stop. He's ripping at my carpet. What is wrong with these animals? Doug, I said no. But anyhow, it would be nice to see more people just doing a little bit of research or reaching out to the other side, you know, if there's an argument or whatever. Just know both sides of the story before you make a judgment, no matter what it is. And like I said, in terms of YouTube, if somebody uses a product and they say, oh, it's crap, and you were thinking about trying it, just try it anyway. What do you have to lose? You can return it. Anyhow, I'm going to sit up here and I think I'm going to play some of my video game. That's what I'm going to do. I am going to take a bath because sometimes it's just necessary to take a bath at 5:30 in the evening. I've had a very sort of stressful, emotional last week and a half, and I feel like it's just starting to like get to me now. Like it's starting to hit me. Like, you know, the constant feeling of sort of like stress. I don't know how to explain it, but just always feeling like what now? What's going to happen now? And it's like, you know, if you feel like that long enough, it starts to affect you physically, mentally. And I feel very drained. Now don't get me wrong, I love helping people and I love helping my family. And I would do it over and over and over again. It's just that eventually, it's the sort of stress and strain of everything, it does start to affect you. And I think that's what's happening with me. So I need to figure out a way to just sort of unwind and not let everything affect me physically. Not let everything get me to the point where I just feel drained. It's very hard for me to do. I would think it would be difficult for most people. This is nothing new and I'm not special, you know, which is why I know that a lot of you can relate to how I'm feeling. But it's like sometimes, you know, we need to take a step back and relax. Just take some deep breaths, right? And go lay down in a 7-foot-long tub. Good afternoon. It's Thursday. I love it when Sam starts playing with his toys and he like rolls onto his back. He just threw his shark up in the air and then like rolled back onto his stomach real fast and jumped at it and grabbed it. It was so cute. So today, so far, I went to work, had my TB test read, went to Walmart, had blood work done, and I have to go pick Wyatt up in a little bit so that he can get a vaccination. And then that's it. And I'm gonna come home and make dinner, and I'm gonna sit on my butt for the rest of the day. I'm gonna stay up late tonight, and I'll probably edit this week's vlog. Doug is in doggy jail right now because he keeps crapping on my floor, which is really irritating me because, you know, every once in a while Daisy has a little accident. You know, she'll use the bathroom on the floor, but that's very few and far between. She doesn't do it all the time, but every day Doug craps on my floor. And it's starting to irritate me. So I really like this palette. Now there's another expensive palette that I want, that I am going to get. It's from Pat McGrath. It's the new Mothership palette, and it looks really nice. So I think I'm going to get that one. Also, I don't understand where these companies get off charging as much as they do. You know, I know why they do it, because there are a lot of us that are crazy enough to pay that. I can't remember, I think there's only 8 eyeshadows in that palette, or 10. So I guess when you break it down, it's really not that expensive. But you know, when you buy an eyeshadow palette and you pay $45 for it, and there are 12 eyeshadows in it, and then you look at Pat McGrath and she's charging, you know, $125, it's like, am I paying for a name? You start to think after a while you're paying for a name. Oh, I really like this NYX palette, this Love You So Machi. There's another one that I want, and they sell it at Belk. And so I was thinking about going to Belk and getting it. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. I think I'm going to use a little bit of this glitter glue, even though I don't need to. Uh-oh. I think my glitter glue is almost dried up. Well, it gives me a reason to stop at Ulta, doesn't it? He's down there crying, throwing a fit. I feel bad making him stay down there by himself, but at the same time, he's got to learn that he cannot pee on my floor and poop on my floor. Ooh, that's so pretty. This palette really is very nice. Let's see, I'm gonna use, I really like that Natasha Denona palette. I like it a lot. Let's see. We're gonna go into He Devil. So I was at Walmart and I heard a sound that made me nervous. Here they have the alarm system for tornadoes. I've only ever heard it once, and that was when we lived in our old house. And it scared me. The thought of hearing that scares me. But it's so loud that, I mean, we heard it 5-6 miles down the road in the other city that we were living in. So the thought of hearing that, it terrifies me. Anyway, so I'm in Walmart and I'm checking out and I hear this noise and I stopped and I'm looking around and I looked at the girl at the checkout and I was like, do you hear that? She goes, what? I was like, is that one of the, I was like, is that the siren for like a tornado siren? She's like, she's looking around and then I look over and it was a customer in one of those electric wheelchair thingies, the motorized wheelchairs. I was like, oh my God, I need to relax. She started laughing at me. I said, I'm so on edge with this hurricane stuff. You know, and it's just so unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen. I got to make this fast because I got to leave soon to go get him. I accidentally got glue up here, so now the eyeshadow's sticking to it. I think I'm just going to finish up my eyes here and put some eyebrows on and be done. Alright, normally I give myself an hour, but I didn't give myself that long. So if you see that it looks a little chunky, it's because of that glue. Like, it probably looks chunky in the outer corner and you can see some glue on my brow bone. But apart from the glue, I think the colors look really pretty together. I like it. I forgot to tell you guys that I didn't end up getting my tattoo yesterday, or on Tuesday, because, did I tell you guys? I don't remember. Anyway, the tattoo that I wanted, it was like very simple and kind of small, smaller than what I have. And so in talking to the guy, he was like, you know, I could just make this so much better. And to see, if you've never had a tattoo before, most tattoo artists, they don't like copying other people's work. They like to do something that's original. I mean, if I really wanted it, that guy would have done it and it wouldn't have been an issue. But I started talking about like how I kind of wanted to eventually have Godzilla's name put somewhere around the tattoo, and I started talking about the original one that I found, and that I really like that. So he was like, you know, he goes, if you trust me, let me draw something up. He goes, now you can come back next Tuesday and, you know, we'll talk about what I came up with. And so I was really excited about that. I'm like, yeah, that would be great. So I think what we're going to do is more of like a downtown scene. Like the one that I had was a downtown scene, but it was very super simple. There were like 2 or 3 buildings in the background, and it was basically a square with some smaller black squares representing a window. I think I showed you guys. And so what he's going to do is he's going to add just a little bit more. He's going to make it more original, and he's going to add some tiny helicopters around, which I thought was pretty awesome because I kind of really liked that idea in the first place. But so yeah, I didn't end up getting it. It ended up turning into more of a consultation. But the tattoo itself is going to take up a little bit more room on my leg, which is totally fine by me. And then I started thinking, I was like, it would be kind of cool to have like King Ghidorah and Mothra somewhere on my leg too. I thought that would be really kind of neat. So I'm thinking that maybe sometime in the future I'll just do like one at a time, and kind of do like a whole Godzilla scene on my lower leg. So, but I was talking to the man the other day and I was like, if I'm lucky, I've got another 40 years on this planet. The last 46 have flown by. Of course, it's easy to say because now I'm 46 and I can look back, but if the next 40 go as fast as the last 46, I'm living life. And if I want to get a tattoo, I'm going to get one. At this point in my life, and it has been like this for me for quite a while, when I was younger, I used to care what people thought, but as I've gotten older, there's no part of me that couldn't care less what someone thinks. I really don't care. If someone thinks I'm too old to get a tattoo, that's great. But it doesn't affect me and I'm still going to do what I want to do. I've just gotten to the point where I care less and less and less about what other people think about me or what I'm doing. I hate the saying life's too short, but it really is. It's too short to be spent worrying about other people and their opinions and their judgments. It's just not worth it, really, in the grand scheme of things. What somebody thinks of your hair, or the amount of makeup that you wear, or the kind of clothes that you wear, what somebody else thinks about that is completely irrelevant. As long as you're not hurting anybody, just do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. And that's what like I said, the older I get, the more I'm realizing that what other people think just does not matter in the least. It does not. I put a lot into what my family thinks, and obviously what my husband thinks. But at the end of the day, if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. Like I said, as long as I'm not hurting anybody and I'm not draining my bank account, I'll tell you one thing though, I have a very supportive family. My kids, all of them are very supportive. And my husband too. He doesn't like tattoos. He's got two. He's got these 2 little armbands, but he really doesn't like tattoos. If it were up to him, I wouldn't have any. But he's very supportive and he doesn't try to tell me what I can and can't do. He voiced his opinion some years ago about how he didn't really like tattoos. And when I talked about getting more on this arm, he was like, do you really think you need to do that? And I was like, yeah. If I want to do it, I'm going to do it. And he goes, okay. That's the way it should be, right? Because I would never, ever impose my thoughts or my views on him or presume to think I know what's best, when it comes to stuff like that. There are exceptions, obviously, but I wouldn't ever tell him, no, you shouldn't do this, no, you shouldn't do that. He fixed up the Mustang, spent a lot of money fixing up that Mustang. And I told him, I said, if that's what you want to do, go for it. As long as it isn't going to break us. I was like, go for it. So there should always be that mutual respect. All right, I'm going to get off my, I'm having a hard time coming up with the words today. I can't think of it. There's a saying. I'm gonna get off my, not my high horse. Man. Soapbox. That's it. I'm gonna get off my soapbox. I gotta make dinner.